Hello, good morning. Today, at last, we have come to our last section of grammar, that is narration. Direct in speech, indirect speech. You also say this, you can also say this. Direct speech means the person is telling about himself. And indirect speech means some other one is telling a statement, giving a statement about the person. This is called direct and indirect speech. There are some rules. Narration is not a tough thing to understand. There are certain rules which you have to follow. I mean, first, some inverted comma sentence is direct, or it is, and the indirect sentence means changing the inverted comma statement. Here one thing, conjunction should be attached. Rule number 1, conjunction should be attached, like that. That conjunction should be attached, and inverted comma should be removed in indirect speech. Changing direct speech to indirect, one rule is there. First rule, that means common inverted comma sentence, inverted comma should be removed, and conjunction that should be placed. First rule. Second rule, pronoun should be changed into person. Done. Third rule is now will be changed into then. The fourth rule, here will be changed into there, ago will changed into before, thus becomes so, today becomes that day, tomorrow becomes the next day, yesterday becomes the day before, last night becomes the night before, like this. Rules and changing direct into indirect, the inverted comma sentence means much. Means that sentence is the sentence which will be changed, right? And we have coming to narration. We must have a knowledge about how much sentence, how many types of sentence we have. So we have 4 types of sentences. First, declarative, positive and negative. It comes in declarative, simple, positive and negative, without giving any statement, any meaning specific. And second one is interrogative, third one is exclamatory, and fourth one is imperative. In imperative, 3 types of sentences comes: order, request, and suggestion or best wishes type. These are the branches of sentence. These are the parts of sentence, right? So, if the inverted comma sentence is in present tense and the first verb is in past tense, rule number 1. First, which is the first verb? First verb is just comes in the start of the sentence, just comes after subject. This is called first verb. Means he said, I am unwell. Suppose that I am giving you sentence. He said, I am unwell. First verb is said. The subject is he. So he said. After subject, he. Which verb comes? Said. Said is V2. The first verb is V2. Sentences under inverted comma is I am unwell. In simple present sentence, right? Simple present. This is direct speech. Direct speech means I am unwell. The under inverted comma sentence, this is called speech. So it is in full simple present tense. So changing is into indirect. We must concentrate over the first verb. First verb is in V2. Then inverted comma sentence will convert into V2, right? Simple present will convert into simple past. He said he was unwell. Very simple. He said he was unwell. That. He said that he was unwell. Yes, conjunction that, because inverted comma will be removed. So he said that he was unwell. Simple. Now comes just like this, coming to present continuous. He said, my master is writing letter. Under inverted comma, present continuous sentence is there. He said, my master is writing letter. This is direct speech. direct speech sentence, under inverted comma present continuous is there, and the first verb is said, means we matlab past tense. So he said, inverted comma will be removed, that will be placed there. He said that his master was writing letter. Why his? Because pronoun will be changed into person. So his master was writing letter. Simple. Third one, present perfect. Suppose that he said, I have passed the examination. I have passed the examination. I have passed the examination, present perfect. He said, first verb is V2, past tense. So he said he had passed the examination, because present perfect will be changed into past perfect. Simple. Very simple. If the first verb is in past tense and under inverted comma the sentence is also in past tense, then what will happen? Very simple. We have past tense gives you completed meaning, right? The action which is completed already. So completed, simple past also gives the same meaning, and past perfect also gives the same meaning. Difference is that past perfect gives you period of time or a specific point of time, but simple present denotes past adverb, comes with past adverb. So completed action, both the tense shows simple past or past perfect, right? So if the first verb is in past and under inverted comma the sentence is also in simple past, we have option to convert into past perfect. No other option we have. So if I am saying, he said the horse died last night. He said that the horse died in the night. In the night, yes. This is direct speech. V2, he said, main verb. And the horse died last night. The horse died in the night. It is also V2. Both are in simple past. So he said that the horse had died in the night. The horse had died in the night. Because simple past and either past perfect. So simple past will be changed into past perfect, because both the sentence can never be in the same form. In direct, the tense must be changed. That conjunction must be there. If not that comma can also be used somewhere. It is also a kind of conjunction. Will be changed into would, and shall will be changed into should, like this. And second type of sentence, that is eternal truth. The eternal truth, you know that eternal truth is not needed to be changed. It can be remain the same. It can remain the same. Like I know, Gopi said, I know his address. I know her address or his address. So Gopi said he knows her address or knew her address. Both can be. Tell me why. It is just because address is accepted as a permanent address. So it is supposed not to be changed. That's why Gopi says he knows his address. It can also be right. But address can also be changed, so there is a chance that address will be changed. So you can also say that Gopi said he knew his address. So in such type of sentence, both tense can be used. But Gopi said that the earth moves around the sun. If this type of sentence, then Gopi said that the earth moves around the sun, because here there is no confusion. Getting my point? Now coming to this simple sentence, declarative sentence. Simple is completed, and the second type sentence, main verb, he says, if the reporting verb is in present tense, the tense of the direct speech do not change, right? Suppose that if the main verb, he said, the first verb is in V2, then you are changing the sentence under inverted comma. Na? But if the main verb is in present tense, then under inverted comma sentence is not needed to be changed. Clear? And now The third rule, the pronoun of the direct speech. The pronoun of the direct speech are changed wherever necessary, so that their relation with the reporter and his hearer, rather than the original speaker, are indicated. But don't concentrate over the lines, you will be confused. It is much easier to understand that if there is a sentence, he said to me, means after main verb, first verb, that is said, he said to me. So to me, he said to me, I don't believe you. Done. I am giving you a sentence. He said to me, I don't believe you. Right? So to me, you just remove to me in indirect sentence. Right? Direct sentence, the sentence is given to you. He said to me, I don't believe you. Changing it into indirect, you just remove to me. To me remove, and you add that me in the last. Suppose that he said he didn't believe me. To me you remove in the direct sentence. To me you have removed. So in indirect you just add to me in the last. He said he didn't believe me. I don't believe you. He didn't believe me. He said to me, I don't believe you. I don't believe you is under inverted comma. He said to me. First verb is said. So, I don't believe you. I didn't believe you will change. So, to me will come in the last, in the indirect speech. So, he said that he didn't believe me. Simple. Getting my point? Like the same. She said she didn't believe him. She said to him, I don't believe. She said to him, I don't believe you. Then indirect, she said she didn't believe him. She said she didn't believe him, because in the direct speech, to him will be removed and it will come in the indirect sentence in the last. Clear? Then coming to the question form. Yes, this simple present and simple past is done, right? Main is if main verb is a declarative sentence. We have done that. If main verb is in V2, then the under inverted comma sentence will be changed according to the given form. Suppose that if inverted comma sentence is in simple present, it will be changed into simple past. If it is in present continuous, it will convert into past continuous. If it is in present perfect, it will convert into past perfect. If the first verb and under inverted comma sentence both are in simple past, then under inverted comma sentence will be changed into past perfect. Done. Declarative. Second, what we have gone through, that if the first verb is in present tense, then under inverted comma sentence is not needed to be changed. The tense is not needed to be changed. Clear? So, and third, if after main verb with two prepositions some pronoun is added, like to me, he said to me, he said to him, like this, then to him or to her or to me, whatever is added there in the direct speech, and that will be removed from indirect, and in indirect sentence, that to me or to him, whatever was there, it will come in the last. This declarative sentence is or the change of indirect to direct to indirect in declarative form, it is completed now, right? So coming to the imperative sentence, interrogative sentence. Coming to interrogative sentence, so generally whether or if would be joined, and whether or if the sentence will be joined with whether or if. Suppose that he said to me, what you are doing. So he said to me will be removed. He said me what I was doing. He said me what I was doing. he asked me, because asked will be better, because you are interrogative sentence na, so interrogative means asking question, so he said will convey the simple meaning, so the main verb will be changed according to the sentence. That will be better. Means asking means putting question. So he asked me what I was doing. This type of change will be better. And where do you live? Asked the stranger. So the stranger inquired where I lived, right? Where I lived. Because where do you live is a simple interrogative, in simple tense interrogative. So simple present tense interrogative, so it will be changed into simple past tense, where I lived. Done? Where I lived. And why I told you about whether and if. It will join the sentence when the interrogative sentence will start with will or shall. That means will or shall. Future tense is depend upon models. So that's why somewhere you will also go through with the statement that simple tense, future tense is not there, because tense generally depends over either model, either helping verb or main verb, and future tense never depends upon helping verb or main verb. It depends upon model, because helping verb shows singularity, plurality, or past, present, future, means a state or a status of the noun, and main verb shows its working. But will or shall never not even conveys about the singularity or plurality or past, present, future specifically. Neither it comes with action verb. They are not in action. They are not action verb in itself. That's why they are supposed to be a simple model verb. So because with model tense is not formed, that's why somewhere it is told that future tense is not there. Done. So if the interrogative sentence will start with will, it is not supposed to be a true interrogative. So that's why the joining word will be if and whether in such type of sentence. Like in indirect sentence, if there is a sentence, he said, will you listen to such a man? Will you listen to such a man? Then the indirect will be changed as he asked them, or he asked. Simple. It is up to you. You can use them also. You can use simple. You can use yes, he asked whether they would listen to such a man. Will be changed into would, because main verb is first verb is in V2, so will be changed into would. But whether they would listen to such a man, whether they would listen to such a man, or if they would listen to such a man, whether or if would be there. Done. So interrogative sentence over. This much is sufficient for today, I personally think. And command and request means imperative and exclamatory. Command and request will come as in imperative and exclamatory sentences, and this one is only. So in my next lecture, I would complete. I will summarize everything in a short period. So this much is enough for today. Have a nice day. Bye.